Aloha guys, today we have an amazing lower body recovery session. So if you have any issues with your hips, your knees, your ankles, or you have tight quads, tight hamstrings, or glutes, which is me most of the time, then this is the sequence I want you to reference, and this video I want you to come back to time and time again. Now today we will be doing the couch stretch, which is where you put your shin up against the wall and your knee is resting on the floor. If it's a hard surface, you may want to grab a towel and fold it a few times, or put something to cushion for your knee when we get into that stretch. All right, let's get started. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1, and we're going down into the squats, and we're gonna hold. Now, if you are experiencing any hip, knee, or ankle problems, I want you to revisit this session right here, where we're gonna stretch out the glutes, quads, the hamstrings, and we're gonna take care of the joints in the body as well. All right, so we'll just settle in for a few more moments. And now we're gonna rock forward onto our toes. Use your hands for support here. And we're gonna start to stretch into the Achilles and into the ankles. So see if you can lower your heels so they're hovering just off the floor. You can shift your weight side to side, stretching out the ankles, the Achilles. All right, and lower the heels down to the floor. I like to go a little wider with the feet for this stretch. We're gonna press the left knee out to the side. See if you can lock out your left elbow. Hang out right here. Do whatever you want with your other arm. I like to find where gravity can just kind of push me deeper into this stretch. And we'll switch to the other side. You can lock out the right elbow on this one. And we'll come back to center. And let's do a few squat bows. I like to start with the target of double thumbs length, and you lower your forehead to the target, and then sit up. Lower forehead to the target. You can keep lowering the target, getting as deep or as low into the squat bow as you can go. And give me one more. Now we'll go both hands down and we'll get some squat arm rotations in. Alright guys, so we're almost racked up a full 3 minutes in the squat position. All right, use your hands for support. We're gonna go butt up in the air, and we're gonna hang heavy. Grab onto your elbows if you like. You can shake out your head. And let your elbows hang and reach toward the floor as you sweep from side to side. We're gonna hang out here in ragdoll. Lengthening the hamstrings and into the glutes. And also the neck and the spine. As you hang heavy, we're getting some lengthening there too. Just relax here, allowing gravity to help us with this stretch. And now you can make your way up. And we'll do some old man surfers. So push the hips forward and send them around. And reverse the direction. All right, we're about to move into our floor sequence. We'll go left leg forward, right leg way back. You guys should be familiar with this one, the Spider-Man stretch. Whew. Very necessary today. Feeling it. And lower down to your elbows. Spend a little more time here than we normally do. And we're gonna add in our splits coming up. All right, so now if you wanna sit back into half splits or step the leg forward and shoot for that full splits, that's what we're gonna do. Whew. Wow. Oh, some serious tension in there today. Now step the right foot forward. We'll switch sides. Woo. Spider-Man lunge on with the right foot forward. Now drop down to your elbows. And let's get into that half full or somewhere in between splits. All right, both legs back. Now bring your left knee forward, spin the foot, and we'll sit up tall in our Emperor Pigeon. And if you can, take the hands off the floor, bring them into prayer pose. It's a nice way to allow gravity to push us deeper into this stretch. If you want to play around and have a little more fun, you can grab this back foot, pull it in, your mermaid or merman pose. And you can release the leg and lie down into sleeping pigeon and fully relax for about 35 more seconds, guys. All right, and we'll come on up. Shake out the left leg real quick. The right knee comes forward, spin the foot. We'll sit up tall. Our Emperor Pigeon on this side. Oh, excuse myself. And we'll do prayer pose. If you want to, you can bring this back foot in. And we'll put this pigeon to bed, guys. Lay it down and relax. we'll bring it on up. We'll sit back into this seated kneeling position. And I like to lean back, even pick the knees up off the floor to stretch the ankles. Really whatever feels good to you here. And now you can do the quad stretch on the left side where you straighten out the right leg and lean back. Or if you want to do both at the same time, I'm going to do both. Which is a little more advanced. So if both doesn't work for you, then do one at a time. Where on the left leg, you're doing it like that. If you did one side, then switch to the other side. If you're doing both legs, just hang out. We're halfway through. All right, and we'll straighten out the legs. Reach toward our toes. We'll rock from side to side here. Do a nice counter stretch to what we just did. And now let's open up. We're gonna get into our pancake, so spread your legs wide. Going up with the right arm, reaching over toward the left side. I like to crawl my left arm through and just relax down into this stretch. You may feel in the hamstring and into the leg, or you may feel on the outside of your torso, kind of getting into that lower back and hip. Or both. We'll bring it up and over the top to the other side. Left arm reaches up and over. And settle into the stretch along the right side. Come up, and we're gonna do our center pancake. So walk your hands forward. We're gonna inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale, keep a neutral spine and lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower with a nice flat back. Two more, inhale, lengthen. And lower. Last one, inhale, lengthen. And this time lower. And allow your spine to round and just get as low as you possibly can. And relax into this stretch. bring it up. Let's do some windshield wipers. Yeah. Even got a little back crack there. All right, this is gonna be the end of our floor sequence, guys. We're getting into the couch stretch next. So this is where it's nice if you have a towel or something to cushion your knee, get soft carpet. Because we're gonna find a space against the wall. I'm gonna use this wall right here. And we'll do the left leg first. So you bring your left knee down, your left shin vertical up against the wall, step the right foot forward. Now from here, we're gonna lift up, we're gonna push our butt back into our heel. If this is really tough, move your knee away from the wall. And we're gonna try and get more of a quad stretch to kick things off. So keep your abs tight, don't arch open here. You're gonna push the butt back into the heel. You should feel an intense stretch right on the top of your quad. And breathe into it. Whew, this is pretty intense. And if your knee's getting uncomfortable, that's where it's nice to have something to cushion for the knee. Maybe get a towel, bunch it up, put it under your knee. All right, see if you can push a little deeper into the stretch for 10 more seconds. Your abs tight, your rib cage pulled down. We don't want to hyperextend here. And you're gonna push hips forward now and down. You're gonna squeeze the left glute to push us deeper into the stretch. Now we're going hands up overhead. We're gonna lean out to the right side, pull back into extension, and side and extension. And just hang out here, moving between these two positions for another 35 seconds or so. Really getting into this hip flexor stretch as best you can. And as much as you can handle. Twenty more seconds, guys. Ooh. Wow, okay, switch out the legs. Oh my, right shin up the wall. And again, pull your knee off the wall if this is too intense. We'll sit up and we'll push the butt back into the heel. Feeling that intense stretch right on top of the quad. And pull your rib cage down, keep your abs tight, and then push back into the wall. Oh yeah. 40 more seconds here. Embracing that quad stretch. Whew. Trying to keep these abs braced as well, that you really feel the stretch here. More seconds. And now push the hips forward and down and squeeze your right glute so that it pushes you deeper into this hip flexor stretch. Hands up overhead, leaning out to the left side this time and pulling back into extension and side and extension. Just hunting around for any tension in the hip flexors and trying to work it out. Oh,
Upgrade complete.
yes. Ah. All right, guys, that is it for today's recovery session. And the goal with this video is to give you something to take care of the lower half of your body. So your hips, your knees, your ankles, if you have any issues there, or if you have tight quads, you want to lengthen your hamstrings, this sequence is going to be money for you. So revisit this one as often as you need to keep your lower body feeling good. Patrons, subs, thank you guys so much for your continued support. And tomorrow for Friendly Competition Friday, I have got an excellent workout for you guys. So I hope to see you there. Aloha.